So it's that time again, desk setup, but this time it's version 2 of the 2025 desk setup. Like I mentioned before in my videos, everything's going to be changed, and a lot of the stuff here has been changed compared to my previous setup. A lot of you seem to like the previous setup, got a lot of views, a lot of questions, and I did try to answer as many questions as I can. Remember, if you do have any questions, leave them in the comments box below, and then I'll be sure to answer anything I can. Any of the products you see in this video are going to be linked down below as well as any discount codes I can find to help save you some money. Now, you can probably see behind me there has been a lot of change in this desk setup, and I'm going to go through everything one by one, so not to worry. But if it's your first time here, my name is Almir, aka MrHtech. On this channel, we make tech simple. If I do earn your subscription, whether it be beginning, middle, or end, remember, hit that subscribe button below. Do like the video if you do end up liking it, because it does help push the video out to more people, as well as sharing it to your friends and family if they do like this kind of content. So let's check out the desk setup 2025 version 2. So starting things off with probably the biggest and the newest addition to the actual desk setup, it's going to be the monitors behind me. Now, if you watched my previous video where I was looking for the best dual monitor setup, you would have seen these two monitors. I landed on this kind of orientation, the vertical and one horizontal monitor. I think it's the best layout personally. Let me know if you agree or disagree down below. Now, these are the BenQ MA320U monitors. They're 4K Ultra HD, and they are specifically designed for Mac users. It's got a sharp IPS panel, the bezels are quite thin, and the image quality, I have to say, is super crisp. The colors pop, the text is razor sharp, and at 32 inches, I feel like the screen real estate is just perfect for productivity. And here's where it gets Mac friendly. The BenQ MA320U monitors I've got behind me actually have a nano matte panel, which is designed to cut down glare and reflections to give you a nice look on the screen without any kind of disturbance. On the back, you've got a couple of different ports. You've got two USB-C ports, one of them delivering 90 watts of power, which will not only display the picture from your MacBook when connected, but it will also charge your MacBook at the same time, all while using one cable. Then the other USB-C port is 15 watts, which is perfect for different kinds of accessories. Then you've also got a USB-A port and dual HDMI ports, which is always a win. And because it is very tailored towards MacBook users and Mac users in general, it comes with this Display Pilot 2 app, which allows a lot of different functionality, all while keeping the same Mac interface look. And trust me when I say these monitors can get bright. I think peak brightness is like 600 nits, and I've had to actually dial it down a couple points on my own monitors just to have it perfect for my eyes, which I mean is a good thing. It's better to have more option and not use it than have less ability and not be able to use it. I'm going to have a better breakdown of these monitors in a later on video on them solo. So if you've got any questions about the monitors, be sure to leave them down below so I can answer them in that video. So on top of my main BenQ monitor, you can see I've still got the OBSBot Meet 2 webcam, and I had that in the previous setup as well, and honestly there's just no reason to change it out. It does everything I needed to do in such a small form factor, and it looks nice and fits well in the actual setup. It's a 4K webcam, so you get that crisp, detailed image quality. Then it's got phase detection autofocus, so it doesn't matter if I'm showing something up close or far away, it locks on very fast. And what really surprised me was how well it works in low light situations. Even when I just had my monitor light in the room and I turned off all the other lights, no overheads or nothing, the image still looks clean. Now that's thanks to the half-inch CMOS sensor and the f1.8 aperture doing its thing. Now it also comes loaded with AI features, and they're actually pretty useful. You've got auto framing, for example. It tracks you if you move around, so you're always centered and not just floating in empty space. It even works in group settings, so it adjusts the frame to fit everyone in there, so nobody's half cut in the actual image. You can actually flip the webcam and record in vertical mode too. Now this is nice if you're doing stuff for mobile platforms or if you're streaming in portrait mode. And then when you're not using it, there's a metal magnetic cover that comes in a box, snaps over the lens, so you don't have to worry about anyone creeping through your webcam, which is the last thing you want to be worrying about. Now on top of auto framing, you've got other features like gesture control, so you can put your hand in the L sign and it will zoom in and zoom out when you need it to without having to actually go into the settings. Overall, it's a solid little 4K webcam. It's super capable, packed with tons of features, and it doesn't break the bank. So the machine, of course, that runs the whole show is the M4 Pro Mac Mini here. I've got no complaints whatsoever since I purchased it. It runs like a beast. It does everything I needed to do while staying silent. And I wanted to change the look of it a little bit, so you might notice I've got a skin on there. If you want to get this kind of skin for yourself or some other ones, I'll leave a link down below where I got them from. And underneath the actual M4 Pro Mac Mini, you might see that I've got a kind of stand. Now this is by Rayq, it's their Thunderbolt 5 NVMe enclosure. All it is just an enclosure for a Thunderbolt 5 speed NVMe drive. So I've put an Oracle 4TB drive in there to extend the storage of my 512GB internal storage on my M4 Mac Mini. Works great, gives me fast speeds. If you've got any questions about it, let me know down below, and I might even make a dedicated video later on if the need is there. But so far it's been working great, I've got no complaints, and it looks kind of cool as well. The keyboard I've been using recently has actually changed, so it's something new in the setup. It's the Low-Free Flow Light 84. It's a low profile mechanical keyboard, and if you know me, you know that I like these low profile keyboards. I'm not a fan of these big clunky ones that make a lot of sound. The design is actually pretty minimal, so if you're someone that likes lots of colors, lots of RGB, this is probably not going to be the one for you. But for me, I like this minimal design, fits in perfectly into my minimal desk setup aesthetic. And on the top, they did actually put a gold color on the volume control roller, which does add a nice little bit of a touch to having the all white design on the top. For an everyday keyboard, minimalistic design, and the price you pay for it, I actually don't think you can go wrong with this design. Obviously, it's not one of them metal heavy keyboards, but the price does reflect that. And I think if you like low profile mechanical keyboards, this is definitely one you should check out. So you might have also noticed that my speakers have been upgraded. These ones are the Edifier QR65, and let me just tell you, they are insane. So they look really nice. They've got this nice lighting effect, which you can change between a couple different ones. You can connect with Bluetooth, USB-A, or even aux. And check this out, the speakers actually have two USB-C ports and one USB-A port, capable of 65 watts turbo GAN charging. Now, it's the first time I've ever heard of speakers having GAN charging built in that you can charge other devices. Don't know about you. But why it's important for me is it allows me to actually save a space on my power socket, because now I can connect my MagBack 3-in-1 fast charger to the actual speakers to deliver power and charge my phone instead of having to connect it directly into the power plug. So it's a win-win. And speaking of the MagBack fast charger, let's take a look at that. So this is the MagBack Qi 2 3-in-1 wireless charger that's been living on my desk lately, and honestly, I really like it. It's got this minimal look, but it also charges my phone super fast. And because of its metal build, it almost acts like its own heatsink in a way, so it doesn't even get hot. You can charge your iPhone, Apple Watch, AirPods all at once, hence the 3-in-1 name. No clutter, no looking around for cables, just one minimal little setup that keeps everything charged and in place. The magnets are really strong, the alignment is usually always spot on, and I like it's made of this premium looking aluminum. It gives you that very Apple-esque look, so it fits in very well in the desk setup. But my favourite two things of this MagBack 3-in-1 charger have to be that it's Qi 2 charging, so it's very fast and efficient, especially when I put my iPhone on there, it charges super fast. And also the angle they've actually positioned it at, it's almost perfect for if you're trying to watch something in portrait or landscape mode, or even if you're in a video call, you can prop your phone up to be charging, and it's at the exact right angle to have that nice video call experience. So they really thought about this when they were making this charger. And if you are in the MagBack ecosystem and you have a MagBack case like I do here, it'll work perfectly fine, of course. Now, the one I'm using is the MagBack Elite case for the iPhone 16 Pro, and I did use it before, I made a video about it. This is the new redesigned one, so everything is almost the same. You still get the finger loop on the back, you still get the kickstand that pops out at the top, the customizable sections like the camera and the buttons on the side, so you can choose whether you want it black, yellow, red, blue, whatever color is available on the website. And you also get these telescopic magnets on the back, which of course the MagBack cases are very good for magnetizing onto metal surfaces. But something you didn't get before was the camera control button, and I'm going to be honest, I haven't used the camera control button maybe 10 times since I've got the iPhone 16 Pro. I thought it was a gimmick at the start, but it is nice to have a button there instead of a cutout, just because you get that extra bit of security that even if you're not going to use it, you know that there's not going to be any debris or dust falling into that cutout now that it's protected. So the hub of choice that I've been using for a while now, you might even see it down here underneath the BenQ monitor, is the Evenki Fusion Dock Max 1. Using just one cable, plugging into the actual Evenki, and then you get access to 20 plus ports. Of course, now I've gone to use just the M4 Pro Mac Mini, and it still works perfectly fine. Just using one cable allows me to have 20 total ports, including like 2.5 gig Ethernet, USB-A ports, USB-C ports, Thunderbolt 4 ports on the front as well as HDMI ports, etc. The funny thing is, the majority of the stuff I use that hub for is connecting the memory card, my SD card to transfer data across to my M4 Pro Mac Mini. I know it sounds like overkill, and it is. Out of all the 20 ports that I have access to on the hub, I'm probably using a total of like 4 of them. I think I'm using one for the webcam and one for connecting the speakers to the audio as well. Other than that, all the other ports are empty. But the thing is, it's overkill, but it works, and it works really well. So the mouse of choice, you probably guessed by now, hasn't changed one bit. I'm still rocking the Logitech MX Master 3S because if it ain't broke, why try and fix it? And I probably won't change this mouse until Logitech come out with the next generation of them, because it's the best mouse I've ever used. I've tried using the Apple Magic Mouse, and ironically I couldn't get to grips with it. But the ergonomic feeling of the MX Master 3S, I would recommend it for everyone. Of course, if you're doing something like gaming, maybe the MX Master won't be perfect mouse for you. You want something that's lightweight, that has different kinds of features, but general content creation and general doing stuff on the laptop or Mac Mini or whatever it may be, I would recommend almost to everyone the Logitech MX Master 3S. Now, it is a bit pricey. You can go for the 2S model, but remember the 3S model has that feature of the silent click, which it doesn't sound like a lot, but it makes a world of a difference. So yeah, if you're looking to get a mouse, I would highly recommend the Logitech MX Master 3S. So another thing I'm quite proud of is the cable management I managed to achieve on this setup. I'll show you some clips underneath the desk and behind the monitors. I really think I did a good job, but you be the judge and you let me know down below if it is any good. Now, if you want a dedicated cable management video, let me know down below and I'll see if I can get one made for you, because I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that need help with cable management. And if you ask me, cable management plays a big role in the desk setup. When you have cables just lying around, it makes everything look a bit messy. But when it's nice and tidy and put away, it just improves the desk setup by a lot. So yeah, let me know down below. Let me know which of the products in my desk setup you like the most and what you think of it, because this is all new, and I'm sure in a couple months this is going to be me wanting to change it again, but that's just how the game goes. And yeah, if you liked the video, remember to hit that like button. If I did earn your subscription, remember there is a subscribe button down below, which it would be very helpful if you clicked it. We're almost at 21k subscribers and we're growing very fast. Share the video with your friends and family, because that will get pushed to more people, and why wouldn't we want that? And if you've got any questions about anything in the video, anything that I haven't mentioned or anything you've seen here, let me know down below, as well as all the links for all the products and more. It's going to be down below as well. So thank you for watching. I appreciate your support, and I will catch you on the next one.